We have a brand new opportunity, which is called local. The sale is exactly the same sale. The average customer size on local is 4 times what it is on long distance. There's a great opportunity that comes, in my opinion, once every maybe 50 years. If you get on now, you can be part of that initial wave. The opportunity is right now.
Welcome, and congratulations on your decision to build your business with Excel's local service product, MyLine. You are definitely in the right place at the right time. The launch of MyLine service represents a ground floor opportunity for you and your Excel business. You know, not long ago, your local phone service provider was determined by where you lived. There was no choice of provider or price. Take it or leave it. With deregulation, a new competitive market has been born, and Excel is leading the way. Let this video be your coach for how to successfully build your business in the local arena. This video is a 3-part video. In part 1, you'll learn the features and benefits your customers will experience with the MyLine product offering. Part 2 will cover how to gather a base of loyal MyLine customers right away. And in part 3, we'll walk you through the customer sign-up process. So let's get started with part 1. Peter Meyer from our product marketing team will share with you everything you need to know about the MyLine calling packages.
It's an exciting time in Excel, full of opportunity. Today we're going to talk to you about how you can capitalize on the opportunity with MyLine calling packages. MyLine offers your customers one competitively priced calling package for all their local and long-distance needs. Because calling package prices may vary, refer to the rate information we provided in your MyLine training kit. And as always, you can find additional rate information on MyExcel for Representatives and Representative Support. Before we go through the specific plans, I want to share the most exciting feature about Excel's MyLine. Each and every MyLine customer can call other MyLine customers absolutely free. We call this innovative feature Friends Are Free. I'm excited about it, and I know it will change the way your customers think about local phone service and long-distance service. Excel's MyLine allows your customers to make free, unlimited calls between any other MyLine customers. There are no monthly fees, no access codes to dial, and no restrictions. This means that when your best friend, who say lives in Texas, calls his or her grandmother in Florida, provided they're both MyLine customers, they talk free. This is not a promotion that will expire, and it is available 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. There are 3 MyLine packages from which your customers can choose. The first is MyLine Complete. This is our premier plan. Besides offering free long distance to other MyLine customers, MyLine Complete offers you free long distance in the U.S. anytime. That's right. MyLine Complete offers you the ability to avoid long distance charges completely. And since you're a MyLine customer, other MyLine members still get the Friends Are Free benefit when they call you. MyLine Complete also offers local calling and 10 of the most popular custom calling features: caller ID, call waiting, call return, 3-way calling, call blocking, call forwarding, priority call, auto redial, speed dial, and anonymous call rejection. Pretty much anything most customers would ever want. For complete details about these calling features and availability, just look in your MyLine training guide. This is a perfect plan for your customers who make a lot of long-distance calls or need a lot of features to help manage a busy phone line. Also, this is a great plan for existing Metro or EAS customers who pay a higher monthly charge for a wider local calling area. MyLine Complete has one of the most expansive free calling areas in the whole country. To top it all off, you'll receive not 1 but 2 customer points for every MyLine Complete customer. Next is MyLine Value. Customers who select MyLine Value also have local calling, but they will have 5 of the most popular custom calling features: caller ID, call waiting, call return, and 3-way calling and call blocking were available. Like all plans or MyLine packages, customers get the Friends Are Free calling plan that allows customers to make free calls to other MyLine customers. And when they call in-state or state-to-state to someone who is not a MyLine customer, they'll just pay 4.9 cents per minute, any time of the day for these calls. This plan is best for customers who want the benefits of being a MyLine customer and a super long-distance rate, but may not need everything included in the complete package. Each MyLine value package is worth 1 customer point. Last is MyLine Basic. This is your no-frills calling plan for customers who are looking for the absolute essentials. Just like MyLine Value, MyLine Basic customers enjoy free calls to other MyLine customers as part of the Friends Are Free plan. Customers who select MyLine Basic will have local calling and just 3 custom calling features: call waiting, call return, and 3-way calling were available. In addition, Basic customers will have a great per-minute rate of 6.9 cents for all their in-state and state-to-state long-distance calls, anytime. Each MyLine Basic customer is worth 1 additional point. So let's review these 3 plans once again. MyLine Complete offers 10 custom calling features, free domestic long-distance calls, and is worth 2 customer points. MyLine Value offers 5 custom calling features, a low 4.9 cents per minute long-distance rate, and is worth 1 customer point. And finally, MyLine Basic offers 3 customer calling features, a 6.9 cents per minute long-distance rate, and is worth 1 customer point. And remember, MyLine plan customers will enjoy free calls to all other MyLine customers. When a MyLine Value or Basic customer wants to add additional calling features, recommend they upgrade to a MyLine calling package with more customer calling features. For example, say your customer selects the MyLine Basic package, but he or she also wants to add caller ID. Recommend he or she select the MyLine Value package instead. The customer can add any of the custom calling features to their calling packages. However, additional charges and installation fees may apply. Check MyExcel for representatives or representative support for complete pricing information in the customer's calling area. With these 3 simple calling packages, you can offer your customers a very competitive alternative to their existing local carriers. Now, in addition to the standard calling option, your customers can add optional features and services that will add substantial value to their MyLine calling plan at a discounted fee, plus you receive another customer point for every MyLine addition as well. In most cases, the MyLine package is $10 less for an additional line than the same package on your primary line. The discount only applies to MyLine Value or MyLine Basic. MyLine Complete is only available on your customer's primary phone line. Your customers can also add voicemail capabilities with Excel Call Saver. Excel's Call Saver service allows callers to leave your customers' messages when they're not at home, on another call, or just don't feel like answering the phone. And customers can check voice messages from any touch-tone phone with Call Saver. Call Saver includes the ability to alert the customer of a new voice message via pager notification. Another popular optional feature you can share is the MyLine Inside Wire Maintenance Plan. This plan protects your customer from those unforeseen problems and costs associated with the wire and jacks inside the home. You can offer Excel's convenient calling card for no additional charge. The customer only gets billed when they use the card. Charges will appear on your customer's regular MyLine monthly telephone bill. If you know your customers travel frequently or need to be reached easily, then recommend an Excel My 800 number. Having an Excel My 800 number can eliminate the need to make collect calls when traveling and allow your customers' relatives to keep in touch without worrying about expensive long-distance calls. For your customers who make regular international calls, suggest they select the MyLine World International Calling Plan. This plan offers very competitive rates to many countries. And by the way, if your customer signs up and selects direct debit, you will earn an additional customer point. Check MyExcel for representatives or your training guide for a complete list of additional features.
Now let's move to part 2, how to gather loyal local customers. You'll find the process of gathering loyal local customers very similar to how you've been gathering long-distance customers. Senior Vice President Larry Novak is up next with some Excel leaders who'll share the ins and outs of loyal customer gathering.
I'm joined by Chris Corsentino, Rule Morton, and Andy McWilliams. They are all top field leaders who have some insight about gathering local MyLine customers. First off, Andy, let's start with you. Is there a difference between gathering local customers and gathering long-distance customers?
I don't think so, Larry. 8 years ago when I got started in this business, I was told, go out and gather a few loyal customers. That's the magic of what's made us what we are today. It's going to apply here with local just like it does with any of our other services. You're going to go out and ask somebody to do you a favor, try our service, and in return you're going to do them a huge favor by having them become one of our local customers, because our plans are fantastic, obviously. But there's nothing that's changed. It's so simple. Keep it simple. Go out and ask somebody to do you a favor, and in return you do it for them also.
Just kind of that same strategy that we've always used.
Sure.
Rule, with gathering a local customer, are there some things that you need to do first before you approach the customer?
I believe so, Larry. We need to pre-qualify these customers. In long distance, anybody in the country virtually could be a customer, but with MyLine Local, there's a controlled rollout. We know it's going to be ultimately nationwide, but it's starting in state to state to state. So we need to pre-qualify them. First of all, determine that they're with the right local exchange carrier, that they have an existing local phone company that is one we're doing business with at that point. And you can do that through My Excel for Reps, look up who those companies are. And the second thing is to make sure they're in an area or a state that's open for business at that point. And so if both of those things are in place, then you can proceed. If they're not in place, then you keep that person excited about Excel Local, and you be prepared when we launch that state that you go back to them immediately and proceed from there.
Yeah, you want that initial experience with a new customer to be a very positive one, so you want to make sure everything's in line before you have them sign up.
Sure, you don't want to get them excited about something they can't have for another week or month or something.
Good point.
You could also offer other services, right? I mean, long distance, paging, internet, these different things. You get them used to the Excel name.
Yeah, get them on the long distance.
Absolutely.
They'll be prepared just to roll right over to local when it hits.
Yeah, good point. You know, Andy, with this product and the possibilities of referrals, once customers start growing, we're going to probably have the competition calling those customers, wanting them back. What kind of words of wisdom do you have to prepare your customers for that?
Well, hopefully we will upset a whole bunch of the big boys, and we plan on doing that. Our customers are going to be loyal customers. It's why it's so imperative that you gather them the right way, which means that you're not going out selling a thing. You're going out and asking some people that you care about, that care about you, to do you a favor. Become your local customer. You're going to feel good about it because you know what it costs. You're going to know what the benefits are for them. If you do that the right way, I don't care how many times any of these companies call my grandmother or my mom or my aunts or my uncle, they're my customers. First and foremost, they've always been my customer for 8 years. That's why 8 years ago I did it the right way, and I didn't want to have to do it anymore. With local coming on, I'm going to do it the exact same way, and that's what everybody should do. And you don't have to worry about it.
You know, Chris, I know that you've built up a large customer base of personal customers. What kind of advice do you have on approaching those existing customers about local?
Well, the good thing about existing customers, Larry, is you already have a list. Just go to your most recent downline report, or better yet, go to Empower Real-Time and print off your customer list. Take a look at your existing active customers, pre-qualify them, be sure they're in an area that is offering Excel local service, and then call them, ask them for another favor. You've been with them, you know, my customers have been with me for 8 years now, so I keep a relationship with them. So we're going to call them up, tell them about a great new service we have, which sells itself, and ask them to do a favor, dial them in, and get them as customers. Also, it'll give us an opportunity for inactive customers to go back and recapture them. There's a lot of inactive customers out there, and with this great new product, this local product, we'll have a chance to get them back.
Real earlier, we talked about the first steps of gathering a new customer. You talked about the pre-qualifying part. What about once you approach the customer? What do you tell them, and give us some tips on that?
Great. I want to talk about this a lot, Larry, is that, you know, historically in my 6-year Excel career, we've gathered customers, we've helped our reps gather customers, but that's not necessarily been something I've been excited about doing. But I'm truly excited about MyLine Local Excel phone service. I think customers are going to be excited about hearing about it. I think that they're not going to, I think they're going to be very open-minded about having an opportunity, you know, for our soon-to-be nationwide Excel MyLine Local phone service. And the fact that a local calling circle could be not 15 or 20 miles, but theoretically coast to coast. And so I think not only Excel business owners will be excited about talking about that, including me, but also the customers are going to be excited about talking about that and getting their neighbors and aunts and uncles and children and on the service so that they can have a free member-to-member call, you know. And so I believe that, for example, my lady that cuts my hair, used her for years. I've never mentioned Excel long distance to her. I've got my customers and I just never bothered. But every time I've gone lately, I've been anxiously awaiting for us to launch the product, because I know I'm going to talk to her about it. She's going to be excited about it. She's going to get her sisters and the other people in the shop they're on, and her family, and all of a sudden I've got someone that wants what I've got and is excited about it and is getting other people, and I can see that I can get one. I've seen in my career getting a Excel business owner signed up under me, and it turned into 100, if not 1,000 or more. I could see signing up a MyLine local customer turning into 100 or 1,000 or more. So now it's not, I'm excited about not just getting Excel business partners, but getting Excel customers.
And that's the whole thing. The key is being excited about the product when you're talking to somebody, not only that you're going to be able to save them money, but the idea of how that one customer could bring you a lot of other customers too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The Friends Are Free feature, I think, is one of the most exciting parts of the MyLine product line. You know, Chris, tell me what you think about it.
Well, we're really excited about the Friends Are Free program. I think for the first time in Excel's history, we're going to have hundreds and thousands of Friends Are Free customers referring other Friends Are Free customers, so they all talk for free. I believe it's going to be a wildfire going from state to state as we expand this nationwide, and an uncontrollable wildfire. Another fine feature about it is I believe it's really going to help the new representative get his customers like that. So let's say I sign up Tony Jones as a new representative. Naturally, we're going to sign up Tony for MyLine and long distance and every other product that he can use, but we're going to call his mother, Mrs. Jones. So let's say Mrs. Jones, we use the same scripting. We need your help. Would you do Tony a favor? He started a new business, and she becomes a MyLine customer. And after we get her hooked up, we're going to let her know, Mrs. Jones, anybody else that you talk to that gets the Friends Are Free program, they'll talk for free anywhere in the continental United States. So naturally, she's going to say, well, I talked to my sister in Chicago and my daughter in San Diego and my son's in school in Miami. Can we get them hooked up? Certainly. We're going to three-way her in, get those three hooked up. So now the new representative has 5 customers, and those people are going to know somebody who's going to want to get on the Friends Are Free program so they can talk for free. We pick up another 15 customers, and I think in a couple hours that new rep's going to have 20 customers just like that.
It just grows and grows, and you're dealing with that group of people that know each other.
Virally, like a virus.
Now, the other thing is, as this begins to grow, I think it's going to become more and more important to follow up with your customers so that you're going to stay in touch with them. Rule, what do you think about that, and how do you stay in touch with your customers?
Well, we all have, sent Christmas cards to our long-distance customers and sent them a thank you card or give them some kind of a little, recognition that we appreciate their support and help. But I think what's important about the MyLine local service customers is that we call those customers, we ask them who they call long distance. We check the areas that those customers are in, and if we're there already, we get those customers on the MyLine Friends Are Free service. And as they get subscribed to the Friends Are Free, then our customers have a monetary reason, so they can talk for free to their neighbors and aunts and uncles and kids and grandparents. And what we do is we accomplish 2 or 3 things. It develops a loyal customer base. It's something we can do to show our appreciation that we contact that new customer, and we actually call some of their aunts, uncles, neighbors, kids, and grandparents, and we ask them would they like on so they can talk for free. And we develop that referral process. So we're developing a loyal customer base. It's not just the one, but every one of those customers belongs to us. As a lady refers her 2 daughters, who refer their 2 neighbors, who refer their 2 friends, those aren't each other's customers, they all belong to you. So you continue to help develop that, to develop, that network there, that sphere of influence where no one will go anywhere. And that's your contribution to them, for thanking them for being your customer. But what you really do is you set off a chain reaction. Because what we fully expect to happen, what I fully expect to happen, is that it's not just the ones that I call to get on and call a few more to get on. I think it'll take a life of its own. And that people will start telling people who tell people who tell people, and that one customer could turn into dozens, hundreds, thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of customers off one customer. So we want to start that ball to roll in that referral process of people getting their, neighbors and friends on the service. So.
Yeah, that's the real power of this. With that capability and the desire for people to save money, they're going to share it. They're going to share this with other ones. And then so what you're going to do is benefit from that.
Absolutely.
Guys, you've provided some great insights, some great ideas and suggestions about gathering these customers, and I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to come by and spend this with us and share your thoughts with everyone watching.
Enjoyed it.
Thanks, Larry.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Now let's move to part 3, signing up a MyLine customer. You'll find the process of signing up a local customer similar to that of signing up a long-distance customer. However, there are some unique differences with Excel's MyLine and some things you can do before calling to make this process go as smooth as possible for your new customer. So let's go back to Peter Meyer, who will walk you through the process from start to finish.
Now, let's walk through signing up a MyLine customer. Step one is to pre-qualify. Unlike gathering long-distance customers, it is essential to pre-qualify potential MyLine customers. To pre-qualify a customer, there are 3 things you should find out before completing the MyLine ordering form. First is the service available in their area. To confirm coverage area, have the customer's billing telephone number handy and call the automated service availability line at 1-800-411-9694 or online at www.excel.com. Second is the service residential. Business or commercially classified telephone lines are not eligible for MyLine residential service. Third is the line a digital subscriber line, otherwise known as DSL. DSL telephone lines cannot be converted to Excel's MyLine. If a customer has both a DSL and regular phone line, only the non-DSL line may be converted, and only if it is billed separately from the DSL line. Step 2 is the MyLine ordering form. Once the pre-qualification has been passed and service availability has been established, sit down with your customer and complete the MyLine ordering form before you call in the order. This form is not a contract for service, but is a tool to help you facilitate the ordering process. Together, let's fill out one right now using your own personal information. To complete the form, you should have a few things ready. You need a copy of your most recent phone bill, the MyLine product information guide, the MyLine ordering form itself, and a pencil or pen. If you need to, pause this video until you've collected everything you need, then start to proceed. On the ordering form, you will first enter the customer name. Be sure to enter it exactly the way it appears on your local phone bill. Even if your name is misspelled on your current bill, go ahead and misspell it on the order request. You, the customer, can call customer services after the service is switched and correct the information later. But to ensure your order goes through right the first time, the name must match what the local exchange carrier currently has. Next, enter the service address. Now, this is the address where local phone service is provided and may be different from a billing address. If the billing address does not match the service address, enter it right below in the customer billing address section. Now we're ready to enter the BTN, or billing telephone number. This is the primary telephone number as listed with your current local service provider. If you have multiple lines on one account, like a fax line, children's phone, or workshop phone, then all lines must be switched on the order. If you have separately billed lines, each is handled as a separate order. So go ahead now and enter your primary phone number and any additional lines billed to that number. Now let's review your current local services. Local block, local freeze, and pick freeze. These blocks restrict you from changing your local or long-distance carrier and may have been added to your current account without your knowledge. They must be removed before your services can be switched to MyLine. To have them removed, call your local telephone company and request that they be removed. Do not tell them you are switching your account to Excel, just tell them to remove the blocks. Do you currently have a feature called Distinctive Ring, Privacy Manager, or Ring Master? These are the features that allow multiple numbers on one telephone line. If you currently have this feature, you must contact your local provider and cancel this feature prior to ordering MyLine service. Once MyLine is active, this additional number will not be active. And also make sure that you did not list any of these telephone numbers on the sales order. Okay, now we're ready to select a product. We went through the differences of each of these products earlier, so I won't do it here again. If you need to review them, take a look at your MyLine product information guide. Now, select the product you would like on your primary phone line, then select MyLine Value or MyLine Basic for your additional lines. Now we get to select any additional features like Excel Call Saver or Inside Wire Maintenance Plan. Check any or all features you would like to add. Finally, enter your representative ID number and you're ready to call in the order. Be sure to explain to your customer that their first bill will include any partial month charges for the first month of MyLine services, resulting in a higher than normal bill. This is standard in the industry, and your customer's bill will reflect normal charges in the following months. If your customers have specific questions regarding their bill, please refer them to Excel Customer Care.
So now, it's up to you to take advantage of this incredible opportunity. If you haven't already done so, become your own first local customer right now. By using the local services you will share with your customers, you'll be more knowledgeable and credible about the local services you have to offer. So let's review the key points for local customer gathering. First, pre-qualify your potential local customers. Unlike gathering long-distance customers, it's essential to pre-qualify potential MyLine customers. Whenever possible, before approaching a potential MyLine customer about our new family of products and packages, confirm that they live within a MyLine coverage area by calling 1-800-411-9694. Your MyLine training guide offers lots of tips and techniques for your pre-qualifying your local customers. Second, consider approaching your current customers first while you get accustomed to sharing MyLine service. You'll still approach people you know, love, and trust, as well as people you do business with to help you get started gathering loyal customers. Continue to use these key words: help, important, favor, try, and count. These are powerful words that allow people to feel good about helping you and staying loyal to you. Third, use the MyLine ordering form to determine which package works best for your new customer. Your training guide offers great guidance for how to use this tool. Fourth, have the customer call or help them place a three-way call to 1-877-EXCEL-FOR-YOU or 1-877-392-3548 to order. As the order is being placed, if he or she is an existing Excel long-distance customer with at least 180 days of service and good payment history, he or she will be automatically accepted as a MyLine customer. Other customers will go through a credit check early in their call to customer care. Let your customers know that this is a standard industry practice. Be sensitive to your customer and realize that he or she may feel uncomfortable with you on the line during a credit check. After the order has been placed, the customer will go through the normal third-party verification process. Finally, ask for referrals and watch your customer base grow exponentially. After you work through the sign-up process, remind each customer that they receive the Friends Are Free calling plan. This allows them to call any friend or family member who is a Friends Are Free customer as though it were a local call. No long-distance charges no matter where they live throughout the USA. Well, that's it. As you can see, it's not much different from how you're approaching long distance today. Now, the most important thing you can do is take immediate action and start gathering those loyal local customers right now. From all of us to all of you, we wish you every success in your growing business with MyLine service.